Hey everyone, I know that we've been gone for like a week now, but we're back, and I know it's a little different because we're not, back in the way that we usually are, which is all together, but we figured that we really want to give you guys something to, do and look forward to every day. So with that being said, I want to show you guys that we can do Brain Smart Start, for instance, over the internet and over a video. So, that being said, remember the song? We are all in this together. We are wow, you and me, united and free. We are all in this together. We are wow, you and me, united and free. We are all in this together. We are wow. Alright guys, so first off, let's do some stretching, okay? So first we're going to stretch our arms, then we're going to go to our necks, then we're going to go to our backs, and then we're going to do legs, okay? Alright, so let's start with our arms. Ready? So, you're going to take your right arm and put it over like this, and you're going to stretch for 10 seconds, okay? Let's do 10 now, and then I'll let you know later on if we're going to do a longer stretching time, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now let's go to the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's do the arm backwards like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and we're going to do the left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good job. Okay, now we're going to bring our arms back like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're going to take our hands like this. Ready? You're going to turn your arm down like that, and you're going to pull back a little bit, not too much, but just so you feel it up here, okay? Ready? 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and we're going to do that, but the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. This arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and go like this or like this, but either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we're going to stretch our necks. Okay, ready? We're going to go to the right first, then we're going to go to the left, then we're going to go back, and then forward. Okay, so ready? You can pull a little bit like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're going to pull the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can go back so you can hold like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're going to pull down. Okay, you can go like this. Expose your double chin a little bit so you know it's working. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And so now we're going to do our legs. Okay? So first we're going to touch our toes, and then we're going to do each leg. So first we're going to touch our toes straight down, then we're going to go spread our legs a little bit, you're going to go to the right and then the left, okay? So let's do straight down first, okay? I know you can't see my lower half, but just follow along. I'm going to count out loud so you guys can hear me. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now you're going to spread your legs like this. Okay, I'll give you a sec. And to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. And let's do your back. Okay, so we're gonna stretch backwards like this. You're gonna arch your back like this. Ready? Hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And good job, guys. All right. So next we're gonna go on to sign language. Okay, so ASL. I know you guys remember we were doing different signs for the different weeks, but now since we're home, and we're home for a specific reason because of this virus, I want to teach you guys what the sign for sick is, okay? So ready? You're gonna get your 2 middle fingers like that, right? And be careful how you hold these things, right? So you're gonna put them up to your stomach and your head, and you're going to kind of tap like this, okay? So you're gonna go sick. This is sign language for sick, all right? So I'm gonna do it one more time. Sick. Make sure that you're like bouncing a little bit. You can even like turn a little bit, but as long as you stay right there, people will know exactly what you're trying to sign, okay? And then on top of that, we'll do an extra sign for today, and it's get better, okay? So you're gonna take your hands like this, and you're going to kind of do one of these. So get, this would be the sign for like get, and then better would be like this, okay? So get better, get better. Okay, we'll do it 2 more times. Get better, get better. Good job, guys. Very good job. Okay. All right, so breathing. So let's go on to our different breathing. So since we are back, online, but we're back, let's start with a classic, right? So we're gonna do stop, smile, take a deep breath, and relax. Okay, ready? So we're gonna do that 3 times. You guys know the drill. On the 3rd one, we're gonna be silent, okay? So let's start. Stop, smile, take a deep breath, and relax. Again, stop, smile, take a deep breath, and relax. Okay, silence. Very good job, guys. Okay, good job. All right. So now we have some birthday celebrations to cover because, since we've been gone, a lot of you have turned a different age, and we didn't really get to acknowledge that. So for those of you who we didn't get to sing to you at WOW, I'm going to sing to you here on the camera, okay? So, Basil, Sydney, Ana Maria, Albert Melnick, Kevin, and Pedro, all of you have had birthdays up until today. In fact, today is Pedro's birthday. So we're just going to wish all of you guys a very, very happy birthday, okay? So, on a count of 3, we're going to sing happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday, dear everybody on the list. Happy birthday to you. Good job, guys. Happy birthday to all of you. With that being said, let's go over your commitments. Your commitment for the week is use good manners, okay? So make sure that you're saying excuse me, please, and that whenever you greet somebody, you have a smile on your face, you know, and even though, you know, right now not everybody's extremely happy with what's going on, we should have a positive attitude and move forward, right? So that we can, I guess, give other people positive attitudes. So thumbs up if you're committed. I know that you're behind the camera and I can't see you, but thumbs up to you who are committed. And let's do another stretch. And then for today, for our little recreational therapy activity, we will be doing some specific type of meditation. It's a little different than regular meditation, but I'll show you guys in a sec, okay? So let me just get this running real fast. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the lights a little bit, and you guys are going to meditate for about 15 minutes, okay? So just relax. We're going to sit here and we're going to think about all the good things in our lives and everything that makes us happy and things that make us smile, right, and laugh. Even if you don't think there are many of those things, try to find one that you really love and enjoy and think about that. And that'll get you into a different place in your mind, okay? So let's just relax, we'll calm down. In about 5 minutes, I'll come onto the screen and lead you guys in some stretches. Close your eyes and just listen to the meditation, okay?
Take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Again, take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. One more time. Deep breath in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Fantastic. You are doing really well. Now imagine that your feet feel all floppy and loose, but very, very relaxed, almost as if they are falling asleep. Can you feel it? Now imagine all of your body feeling the same way, all floppy and loose. and so very happy. Now I want you to imagine that you have roots growing out from the soles of your feet. Roots that look just like the roots of a tree. Very long and very wobbly. Now push those roots deep into the ground. You can hear them growing deeper and deeper. And you can hear them as they push their way through the soil, and it tickles just a little bit. Can you feel it? Can you feel the soil under your feet? This is called grounding. This keeps your energy planted in the ground so that you too can grow big and strong, just like the tree. Now imagine a beautiful white light surrounding your whole body. A light so bright that you shine much brighter than the brightest star. But it doesn't hurt you to look at it. This beautiful, pure white light is protecting you always. It's just like having your very own force field. Can you see it? Great. You are doing really well. Now I want you to see yourself standing in front of a huge tree. And this tree has deep, deep roots. And it has branches that reach out in every direction. And you notice that this amazing tree has a rope ladder hanging down from one of its branches. And you look up to see the greatest treehouse you have ever seen. You have always wanted your very own treehouse. And now you have found one. Your secret treehouse.
Okay, guys, so let's
This is your special place.
continue listening to the
Place
meditation.
where only you can go.
However, we're going to do some stretches,
In
okay?
this
They're going to be
treehouse,
very gentle,
you
very
feel very
fluid,
safe.
nothing too hard, okay? Maintain our zen.
And you feel you can do
But
anything
in the
you
meantime,
want to
I'm
here.
going to show you what to do, okay?
And you can.
So just
Because it
breathe
is your treehouse.
and breathe out. Okay, so we're going to
Maybe
stretch, like
you
I
even
said.
have
So
a
keep
trap
breathing
door
in
the floor. So you can get down your
and
tree
breathe out.
even quicker if you want to. You may have some plants in your treehouse. Plants with beautiful
Okay,
colored
these
flowers.
motions are to guide, I guess, the flow of energy in your body.
Things are here
And so
with you.
everything is connected and flowing kind of in a circle, okay?
And
So
you
you're
can have
supposed to
a
feel
swing
relaxed and at
hanging from the
ease.
ceiling if you
Okay.
want to.
So breathe in one more time
Can you see it?
and
Can you see
breathe
the
out.
swing moving gently backwards and forwards?
Alright. So now that you breathe in and you're relaxed and you breathe out,
Inside your
we are going to do
treehouse,
some stretches.
think
Okay.
about all the
Take your arms like
things that
this.
make you feel good.
And you're just going to rotate your shoulders. Like this.
All the
Forward.
things that make you smile. Is it a favorite toy?
Okay. Just for a couple
Is
more
it a favorite
seconds.
pet? Or
Try to
is
really
it
feel
somebody special?
the
Someone
tension being released from your shoulders.
very, very much.
Okay, so we're going to do that again, but we're going to go backwards.
See it
Okay?
in your mind's eye. Can you see
So
it?
just keep on going back like that. Very good. Good. And relax. Okay.
Go ahead and design the inside of
Now
your
let's breathe in again.
treehouse now. Make it look just how
And breathe
you
out.
want it to be. Anything that
Breathe
makes
in.
you happy. Anything you feel
And
happy
breathe out.
about. When you think about it, it is there.
Okay, let's do one more time. Breathe in.
Treehouse. Your secret treehouse.
And breathe out. Okay.
Every time
Remember to be
you go
thinking
inside your treehouse,
happier thoughts,
you feel
right?
really,
Things that make you smile and laugh, usually.
and so
Okay.
very happy.
Let's stretch our necks again. Ready? You're gonna go to the right.
This is a place to let go of all of your thoughts.
We're not counting because we're just kind of feeling the tension leave our bodies.
They don't matter here.
And so we're just gonna sit here till you feel
This is
comfortable
a
to change.
place
Okay?
to let go of anything that may make you sad.
Alright?
This is a place
If you'd like, we can go to the left side now.
just for you. It is very safe here.
Good job. Just stretch, release the tension from your necks.
Now I'm going to leave you for just a few moments
Okay?
so you can explore
Now let's lean
your
back.
very own secret treehouse.
You can even rotate if you'd like. Feels very nice to release all that tension that's been building up. Okay, we're gonna do the shoulder shrugs or the no me importa or the I don't care, doesn't matter to me, whatever you want to call it. Let's do those. Bring them up softly like that, or you can just drop them down, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Okay, bring them up, and bring them down. Try to feel the tension release from your body. Again. Okay. Okay, and then now we're going to do shoulder rotating backwards. Okay, now if you'd like to do forwards, you can.
Do you feel happy? Can you feel your heart bursting with joy? You are
Good
so
job, guys. Make sure you shake everything out.
calm.
Okay,
Everything you
give
ever
a little
wanted is
release
here.
tension. You can touch your toes one more time. Okay, if you're standing. Okay, very good. Okay, so now just try and breathe in and breathe out as much as you want, and just listen to the rest of the meditation. Okay? And just relax. Think happy thoughts. And
you feel very peaceful.
Be at peace.
Very relaxed inside your secret treehouse. This is a place that you can go to any time you want to, and you will always feel peaceful and calm and happy. Know that your treehouse is always here for you, because in your secret treehouse, you are always safe, you are always loved, and you are always protected. Now, take a deep breath and imagine yourself walking back down the hanging ladder and out of your treehouse. Take another deep breath and slowly and gently bring your attention back into the room. One more big deep breath. Now wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, rub your hands together to make them warm. And whenever you are ready, slowly and gently open your eyes, always knowing you can come to your secret treehouse anytime you wish.
Okay, everybody. Alright, everybody. So, hope you really meditated well, and that you have peaceful thoughts, and maintained your Zen, as we said earlier. Then now, for the rest of the day, you will have, and I will show you now. So for today, sorry guys. So for the rest of the day, you're going to have music with Jessica. Alright guys, so for the rest of the day, you're going to have music with Jessica. You're going to have CBE with Suzi. You're going to have story time with CBE with Teresa. And then you're going to have life and work skills with Barbara. And then last but not least, you're going to have rights and review for the schedule for tomorrow with Mo. Okay? So I hope you guys are well. Remember to stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Okay? And have a great day, guys. Hello guys, how are you today? This is Carlos, your technology teacher, and let me tell you, I know we're having a hard time right now. You have to stay in your house, I have to stay in my house, but that doesn't mean we cannot have classes. But we are going to have our class today, and today we are going to talk about a simple but very important topic, and that is germs, viruses, and how to prevent them. Okay, so stay with me, pay attention, and let's do it. As I said before, today we're going to learn about germs and viruses. Pop, germs and viruses. But these two things has one thing in common. They're very, very tiny things we cannot see. In fact, if a scientist want to see those things to study them, they have to use something named microscope. Say it with me, microscope. We're gonna see a picture right here of a microscope so you can know how it is. And basically that thing helps you to see very tiny things that you cannot see with your own eyes. But what is the thing with germs and viruses? Yes, tell me, what is it? Well, I know you have seen or you have heard about it, maybe on the internet, maybe on the TV, maybe somebody tell you about it. I know we have talked about it. Well, right now on the world is happening the coronavirus or COVID-19. That's the scientific name. It doesn't matter how you call it. It's a virus and it's causing people to get sick. And we don't want you to get sick. So we're going to learn today how to prevent it. Kind of like look like this. I know I'm not the best drawer, but the virus looks kind of like this. You can see it's like a circle. It's actually like a small ball with some kind of like things coming out from it. This is kind of like a small ugly picture of the virus. But there's a couple of things that you need to know, okay? And why do I have to know? Tell me. Well, first of all, we have to understand how these tiny things work and how our body fight them. So I invite you to see this video that will explain you better. Pay attention.
Do you realize that you and I are covered with germs, especially our hands? See, germs are everywhere. They're on everything, like they're all over these buttons. Ugh. Germs are tiny, but they're powerful. If they get inside you, sometimes they can make you sick. So your body has a whole system set up to fight them. Now, germs are much smaller than you can see with your eye. You'd need a microscope. But take a look at this. This is our model germ of science. Now, scientists like to think of germs as having patterns of chemicals on the outside of them that our body can use to find them. Now, our bodies find germs with special chemicals called antibodies. And the antibodies act like chemical antennae. And when they sense a germ, they attach themselves to it. They wrap themselves around it. Something like this. The antibodies act like bright markers that tell our bodies, attack this! Attack this! Attack this! Our bodies have... Hang on. There. Hang on. Our bodies have blood cells drifting through our bloodstream that are white, called...
What are they called, Bill?
Oh, called white blood cells. Yeah. When white blood cells sense the antibodies, they attack the germ.
Good evening, ladies and germs.
Now, as you see in the video, this is happening inside your body every single day, every single minute. Right now, you're in contact with viruses and different kind of bacteria and tiny things that can get into your body. But how this happen? Okay, well, let's see how these viruses that are all around get in our bodies. Now, the first things that we do is grabbing things. Let's call it touch. When you touch things, if that thing that you're grabbing is not clean or it's being exposed to any kind of virus or any kind of germs, that thing will get into your hand and eventually in your body. Okay, that's the first things that we do. Go around and touch. And I know you guys. You touch spoons and you touch your TV.
You even touch your doorknobs when you want to open a door. You touch your phone when you grab it to chat with your girlfriend or boyfriend. And you even touch the... Well, I think you understand. I think it's clear that we touch everything. And we have to, because we need to grab things to manipulate them, to work with them. If we want to eat, we need to grab our spoon or our fork. If we want to play, we have to grab our ball or the video game. If we have to do anything, we have to grab things. So don't worry about it. It's something super, completely natural, okay? That's why in the video, the guy, my friend Bill, told us that most of the germs and viruses that we have are in our hands. Don't worry, we're gonna see how to kill them later. In second place, another way we can get germs and viruses is when we are close to a person who is infected. Now, we all have germs and viruses in our body, but our body is constantly fighting them for us not to get sick. However, if you see a person who is sick already, that is sneezing, or maybe is coughing, so then my advice is just to stay a little far from that person, just for you to avoid to get sick. That's another way. Remember, something really important is, if I sneeze today, and for example, then I touch this frame, and then you touch it, then the viruses are in the frame, and then they're gonna get into your hands. So, that's also you have to do. Try to avoid things that a person that is sick already touched. Now, let's learn a little more about viruses specifically, okay? I have another video. Pay attention, guys.
In many cases, sickness is caused by tiny, tiny germs. They are so small that we have to use a microscope to see them.
Yeah, it's cold in here, all right. But being cold doesn't give you a cold. No, doesn't make you sick. You get sick from germs. But I'll tell you, when it's this cold, it does take it out of you. It's cold. Hey!
Then if it is not just cold weather, what is it that causes so many of us to catch cold? Scientists think that most colds are caused by extremely small microorganisms called viruses.
Every time you get a cold, your body, your immune system, makes antibodies against that germ, against that cold virus. So you can never get the same cold twice. Then why is it we always get colds all the time? Well, you see, there are at least 100 different viruses that can give you what we call a cold. And they're always changing, just a little bit. Like when a virus gets inside you and it infects you and it makes new viruses, well, sometimes those viruses change a little bit. So you can get reinfected with a slightly different form of the same virus. That's how you can keep getting a cold through your whole life.
Now, something that I forgot to tell you is that the easiest way to get sick is if you touch your face, like your eyes, your nose, your mouth, or your ears. These crevices have, outside of our body, have direct access inside of our body. Why? Well, if you touch yourself all over, like your hands, your arms, your neck, your chest, your stomach, everywhere you have the skin. Your skin is like a shield to your body. Nothing, or it's really hard for things to get through your skin. However, other places, especially in your face, like your eyes, your nose, your mouth, they have easy direct access into your body. That's why you have to avoid at all costs to touch these places, especially if you haven't washed your hands. Please don't do it. So now, to leave all these we have talked about more clear, I invite you to see the last video that I have ready for you. However, this video talks specifically about the coronavirus, which is what's happening right now in the world and what we need you to understand and have very, very clear in your mind. However, it's gonna talk about how to prevent it, how to kill it, that apply to every single virus, okay? So please close attention and let's watch the video.
Let's go out to play! Let's go out to play!
Toto, we're going through a special time right now. Everyone should stay at home. Look, you don't see many people outside, right?
Yeah? Why?
It's because people are protecting themselves from the 2019 novel coronavirus.
Novel coronavirus?
Yes, and it all started a long time ago. Once upon a time, there was an evil family of viruses called the coronavirus. All members of this family have crown-like spikes. They are very powerful and sneaky. Coronaviruses can wear all kinds of masks to disguise themselves and harm both animals and humans. Recently, coronaviruses have been very busy mutating. Initially, they only used to infect wild animals, but this no longer satisfied their ambitions. They wanted to expand their family, so they mutated into the novel coronavirus. Unsuspecting people who came into contact with these infected wild animals gave viruses the opportunity to enter human bodies. When the novel coronavirus enters a person's body, it spends 2 to 14 days observing its new environment. This is called the incubation period, during which people may not feel sick at all. However, the body's immune system army recognizes the invaders. When evil germs enter the body, the immune system army will try its best to protect us. So, the virus and the immune system army go to war. The new coronavirus is very powerful, so during combat, the body may have fever, tiredness, coughing, and difficulty breathing. If you notice these symptoms, you should go to the doctor immediately. The doctor and nurses will join your immune system army to fight the novel coronavirus. But the sneakiest thing about the novel coronavirus is that it is much more contagious than the other viruses.
Contagious?
The novel coronavirus mainly infects people through fluid droplets from the respiratory tract. When we talk, sneeze, or cough, we spray out saliva. And the virus takes this opportunity to infect more people. Also, it can spread through close contact with people who carry the virus. So, Toto, do you know which tool we should use to stop the virus from spreading? A hat. B, socks. C, masks. D, plastic bags.
Masks!
That's right! Masks can help protect us from airborne saliva that carry viruses. Wearing a mask not only protects you and others around you, but it also reduces the chance of spreading the virus. Also, we should try to stay at home because we don't know where the sneaky novel coronavirus is hiding. It could be hiding on the playground, a bus seat, or even a door handle. But if we must go outside, we should 1. Wear a mask and gloves. 2. Not touch our eyes, mouth, nose, or the outside of our mask. 3. Wash our hands thoroughly after returning home. Our hands are most likely to come in direct contact with the virus, so we must wash them with soap to keep them clean. 4. Stay away from crowded areas as much as possible.
Inside. Let's stay inside.
Great job, Toto! During this time, we should all eat lots of fruits and veggies and get enough rest to build a strong immune system. If you do get sick, don't worry. Your parents and doctors will help you get rid of the virus. Even though you can't go outside to play, Dr. Panda is with you and believes that you can keep yourself safe at home. Let's fight the virus together!
Yeah!
Now, as you see in the video, one of the most important things that we can do is wash our hands the best that we can. The doctor says that you have to wash your hands at least for 20 seconds. The easiest way is using a song. You can use the song that you want. You can sing it while you're washing your hands. I personally like this one that I'm gonna play for you right now, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do it. So see the video.
Baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
Mommy shark do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark.
Daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark.
Grandma shark do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark. It's the end, do-do-do-do-do, it's the end, do-do-do-do-do, it's the end, do-do-do-do-do, it's the end.
Now that you see the video, let's practice ourselves. Let's see what happened.
Baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
Mommy shark do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark.
Daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark, do-do-do-do-do, daddy shark.
Grandma shark do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark. It's the end, do-do-do-do-do, it's the end, do-do-do-do-do, it's the end, do-do-do-do-do, it's the end.
Here about washing our hands is the soap. We can rinse a lot, we can use a lot of water, but if we don't use the soap correctly, we're pretty much not doing anything. We have to use a soap that can kill germs and viruses. Most of them do it, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure that you have in your house, within your bathroom, or maybe in your kitchen. That's fine. Now, how does soap work? Well, let's do a little experiment so we can see how the soap get rid of the germs, okay? Stay with me and watch the video.
So we're going to do a simple experiment just so you guys can see how soap can help you get rid of germs. So let's take some pepper and let's put it in some water. Now these are our germs. You got enough germs everywhere. Now I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to put it in the water. You see how my finger is full of germs? I'm going to take my other finger that's clean and I'm going to put it in soap. Put some soap in it, and now I'm going to touch the germs again. You see how it's separated and none of the germs stuck to my finger? That shows you the same way that soap can help you get rid of germs. So wash your hands so you have no germs.
And remember guys, wash your hands so you have no germs. Okay? That's the lesson of the day. This was all for today. It was amazing to be with you guys, at least through a video. Well, we have one more thing we're gonna see. After this, we're gonna start our new section called The Scientist of the Day. We're gonna learn about different scientists through the history, so we can learn about them as well, and you know, get more in love with all these STEM technology science classes that we have together. It was amazing. Let me tell you, we miss you a lot, and enjoy the video, guys. Until the next class. Bye!
This is me, Albert Einstein. I don't want to boast, but most people agree I was one of the most brilliant scientists of all time. I was interested in space, time, speed, and light. And I came up with some pretty sensational theories. But I'll come on to that. First, let's hear my story. Okay, so I may have grown up to be one of the greatest scientists of all time, but I started life just the same way as you and everyone else. In my cot, checking out the world around me and trying to make sense of it all. I was very slow to learn to talk when I was small, and some people think that was because I was developing my bionic, stretchy imagination, which turned out to be such an important part of my work. Now let's meet my dad, Herman. He was a clever man, always reading poetry books and playing chess. He was interested in science and engineering, and he was always starting electrical companies. None of them were very successful, but he was quite relaxed about everything. Even me, when I was naughty. And here's my mother, Pauline. She was also pretty clever. She liked reading and music. She loves playing the piano and especially the violin. So I grew up in quite a cultivated household. One day, when I was about 5 years old, I was ill in bed, and my dad came and gave me a magnetic compass to play with. I was absolutely fascinated by it. What invisible force was making the needle always point to the north, I wondered. I've already told you I was slow to learn to talk. That's because I was always thinking about things in my own mind. I found schoolwork quite easy, but it was annoying too. I mean, I like finding out my own stuff in my own head without using other people's ideas. For example, why exactly does that boy's football fly up in the air when he kicks it? And look at that man's hat coming off in the wind. It made me wonder about all those invisible forces. But it was really my dad's brother, Uncle Jacob, who got me interested in science. He was an engineer too, and he knew everything about geometry and maths and physics, brainy stuff like that. And we used to play games and laugh and talk about interesting ideas together. Look at my sister Maya. She was also pretty clever, and she would sit and read while I played with Uncle Jacob, and my mother tinkled on the piano in the background. Every Thursday night we had a medical student, Max Talmud, round for dinner. He was a bionic brain box, and he was really funny too. And we used to discuss all kinds of interesting ideas. He told silly jokes about science, and he lent me lots of his interesting books. My favourite was this one, Plain Geometry. After school, I decided I wanted to be a maths and physics teacher so that I could answer all the big questions in my head. So I went to university in Zurich, in Switzerland, to learn to be a maths teacher. While I was there, I met an interesting girl called Mileva, and when I wasn't too busy doing maths problems, I worked out that I was in love with her. Guess what? I didn't enjoy teaching at all. So I went with Mileva to Bern in Switzerland and got a job in the patent office there. A patent is a clever way for inventors to stop anyone pinching their ideas. Of course, I did my job properly, but what I was really interested in was my ideas about the universe, and I had to be careful not to get caught by my boss. I was a scientist, but I didn't do experiments in the lab with bottles and acids and explosions. I used thought experiments. What's that? Well, it's just sitting and thinking, but thinking very, very hard about difficult things. Try and imagine this. What's it like to be on a train that's travelling at the speed of light and is then struck by lightning? Or take a rocket that's travelling into space at 186,000 miles a second and put one twin on board and leave the other twin watching from Earth. Who would age quicker? I sat and thought about planets in the sky, about space, about light, and how fast it travels from stars, and about time, and whether it can speed up or slow down. All this I summarized in the equation E equals mc squared. Part of my theory of relativity. It completely revolutionized the world of science. Ask your teacher to explain it to you. If you want to wow anyone, just mention my name, my equation, E equals mc squared, and my theory of relativity. They'll fall over backwards. It took a while for everyone to accept just how brilliant my theory was. In the meantime, I took a job in Berlin as a professor. But Mileva didn't like Berlin.
Albert, I'm fed up and I'm leaving.
At about the same time, I bumped into my cousin Elsa, who I hadn't seen since I was a very small boy. Do you know, when I became very ill, she nursed me lovingly back to health, and shortly after that, we got married. Now, back to my science. In 1919, when I was about 40, there was a total solar eclipse. This was the moment when scientists could see that my idea about how space stretches and bends was really true. Wow! Everyone was amazed. 2 years later, I was given the Nobel Prize for Physics. Now I started to become world famous and spent the next years travelling the world explaining my ideas to everyone. They're pretty difficult to understand. By 1933, the Nazi leader Adolf Hitler was in charge in Germany. Bad news if you're Jewish, like me. Time to get moving. I took Elsa and left Germany once and for all and moved to America, where I settled at a university for major brain boxes called Princeton. World War II had broken out, and I am very anti-war. Remember, I knew about science, and I knew how brilliant German scientists were, and I was worried that they would develop an atomic bomb. So, I wrote a letter to the American President Roosevelt to warn him about the clever German scientists. I liked America so much, I became a US citizen. America was where I died in 1955. Guess what? Doctors removed my brain and scientists analysed it to see if it was bigger or weirder or just different from everyone else's because of all my brilliant ideas. In my 76 years, I came up with the most ingenious ideas that no one had ever thought of before. I made up clever equations to explain my ideas and some totally original thoughts about space being bendy and stretchy. So, give it a go. Try thinking hard about difficult things and see what you can come up with.
It was of young and more does getting that are this helps more and amount time 3 are 3 so 4 would help most to the that putting ancient in a turn right or right or reading sure they have in free very when you know was one just somebody she get me see when there's she really is that they that with so the so the were good eight together down I too well was Joe was that was the time we went home had yeah so Nightingale. Dollar ups. Her row. Beautiful row. You think did do you think on you maybe the new dark green dark also Florence house in a and there's some of hard well to be from back from and inner other deep place uh, uh, and scale until 9 to time scale and they doesn't who thought who to action so I do or be P to be lead um accept someone your far I know well to very far in help need be reach Florence, Rice, young rice, 6 times time hospital in has and nucleic and fifth going and remind from story of Gale of being team at that well in and next part was she nurse chapters part of row they are the so was in with self for that point in the word time God We did take orange. Here. Next. To build so work those work Florence at least third fix work that just all in so to Florence was right in 10 at the night born in the 8 year when so she so out there help right or forget do a and about so you're Florence learn uh, box 100 female figure this a lot like doing is think this I should sure like consider and and but always Florence don't all the first harm. Every soldier now that's out of he would need out where she would find any power to us. Hey, watch. Uh, there are some foreign medical she relevant day watch many do part of one or friend member and out the way to learn doing one learn
Good morning, wow family. It's Teresa. I will be reading to you today, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Before we start, I just wanted to tell you guys what this story is really all about, and that it's not just any old Dr. Seuss book. It actually has a deeper meaning. So this story is all about seizing new opportunities, keeping an open mind, and trying new things. It tells us to take chances and push beyond our comfort zones. And basically that life is just full of adventure with many twists and turns and craziness. And all this adventure and craziness of life just creates a whole bunch of memories and provides us with so much life experience in the end. So even though you experience some bumps in the road sometimes, you'll know for next time how to handle that situation. So here we go. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look 'em over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly, it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lightened, but mostly they're darked. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4? Or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find. For a mind maker-upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace, and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of a guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame! You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win, 'cause you'll play against you. All alone. Whether you like it or not, alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack and cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum, or Bigsby, or Bray, or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way. That is the end of Oh, the Places You'll Go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Nice to see you guys again. We're going to begin today with our first virtual art lesson. Before we begin, we're going to do a quick stretch to get our creative juices flowing. So let's stretch to our left. Stretch to your right. Stretch up. Down. Up. Down. One more big one up. And down. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze. Take a deep breath in. And relax. Way to go, guys. All right, we're going to start off by our introduction. We're going to start our first virtual art lesson. Our first lesson is going to be the color wheel. We're going to learn how to identify the primary colors, identify the secondary colors, identify warm colors, identify cool colors, identify common objects or items within each color group, mix colors to create new colors, and finally apply knowledge and create artwork inspired by the color wheel. So what is a color wheel? So color wheels show us how colors are related. It reminds us as artists how to mix colors to create unique pieces of art. A color wheel is composed of primary colors, secondary colors, warm colors, and cool colors. Our primary colors cannot be made from other colors. Artists use primary colors to mix all the other colors of the rainbow. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. If you look over here, I'm going to demonstrate to you the different primary colors. So first we're going to start off with blue. We're going to continue with some yellow. And we're going to finish off with red. Okay, so here we have your three primary colors, blue, yellow, and red. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about things that are red. So some common objects that are red are apples, strawberries, and cherries. Some yellow things that you might see out in your community can be bananas, lemons, and sunflowers. Some things that are the color blue can include blueberries, the sky, and blue jays. We're going to pause for a minute and take a short quiz. So let's talk about what we just learned. What are the primary colors? Take a minute, think about it, and we'll get back on the next slide. All right, it's time to see the answer. If you answered red, yellow, or blue, you're correct. Way to go. We're going to move on to secondary colors. When you mix two primary colors, a secondary color is made. Secondary colors are made by mixing two primary colors that are closest to each other on the color wheel. The secondary colors are orange, purple, and green. Some things that you can find out in your community that are orange are carrots, oranges, and basketballs. Some common objects that are the color purple are grapes, eggplants, and plums. Some common objects that you can find in your community that are color green are iguanas, broccoli, and frogs. We're going to take another quick moment to take a short quiz on secondary colors. So, what are the secondary colors? Time to check our answer. If you answered orange, purple, and green, you're correct. Way to go. We're going to continue on to learn about the different color groups. The colors on the color wheel are divided into two color groups, warm colors and cool colors. We're going to dig a little bit deeper and see the difference between warm colors and cool colors. We're going to start off by talking about our warm colors. Warm colors are usually associated with energy and warmth. They bring about emotions of happiness and joy. Often, they remind us of sunshine, summer, and the daytime. The warm colors are red, yellow, and orange. Okay? By contrast, our cool colors are colors that usually remind us of emotions of sadness or peace, and the cold. Often, they remind us of water, the winter, and the nighttime. The warm colors are blue, purple, and green. Here's an example of a painting done using only cool colors. So you can see in the background you have your blues, your purples, and hints of green. Here you have an example of a piece of art that's used primarily with warm colors. So we have our yellows, our oranges, and our reds. So it makes us think of the sunshine, warm. Okay, we're going to pause again for another short quiz. Okay, so what are the two color groups? Take a minute and then we'll get back with the answer. We're going to get back and check our answers. If you answered warm and cool, you're correct. Way to go. Now we're going to go into mixing colors. In order to create different colors, artists must mix primary colors. When you mix two primary colors, you get a secondary color. So we're going to go over each different set of color combinations. We're going to start off with red and yellow. Red and yellow make the color orange. Blue and yellow make the color green. Red and blue make the color purple. So I'm going to show you guys off onto the side how to mix our colors. Okay, we're going to start off by mixing some red. With a little bit of yellow. Okay, you can always make it lighter or darker depending on what shade of orange you want. So if you want it a little bit lighter, we're going to add some more yellow. Okay, and there you have your orange. We're going to move on to our green. So to make our green, we're going to use blue and yellow. Again, again, depending on how light or dark you want it. If you want it a little bit darker, you can add more blue. If you want it a little lighter, you can use some more yellow. It's always about preference and what shade you're aiming for. So we're going to start with blue. Okay, and add a bit of yellow. Okay, I'm aiming for some wild green here, so let's add a little bit more yellow. Okay, and for our final color combination, we're going to use red and blue to make the color purple. Okay, so we're going to start off with some red. And we're going to add our blue red onto it. Okay, so there you have it. You have your different color combinations and your new secondary colors. So we're going to review the top. Our primary colors are blue, yellow, and red. And our new secondary colors, we have orange, green, and purple. Okay, so again, here's a little visual. So you can see when you mix the different colors, you have yellow and red that make orange, blue and red make purple, and blue and yellow make green. Okay, so we're gonna tune into this cool clip. It's gonna show us an artist working on her very own color wheel and mixing her own colors. Enjoy! primary colors are yellow, red, and blue. Secondary, orange, purple. This is the end of our demonstration. Primary and secondary colors. All right, how neat was that? Okay, so we're gonna wrap up our lesson and check our knowledge. We're gonna take the next 10 minutes to take this short quiz. Okay, I'm gonna go over each question and you guys are gonna have 10 minutes to answer them and then we'll come back and check our knowledge. First question is to name one primary color. Second, name one secondary color. Your third question is to identify a green object. Your choices are turtle, blueberry, or banana. Your fourth question is to identify a yellow object between a banana, an apple, or an eggplant. Number 5, is summer associated with warm or cool colors? Number 6, what color do you get when you mix red and blue? Number 7, what color do you get when you mix yellow and red? And finally, number 8, what color do you get when you mix blue and yellow? So I'm going to set this timer for you guys so you guys can be accountable and see how much time you have left, and then I'll get back to you guys with those answers. Okay, you have a few more minutes to get those answers in, and then we'll get back and check them. Alright guys, it's time to check those answers. Give me 1 quick second. Okay, we're going to start off to check those answers. I'm going to go through each answer individually. Number 1, red, yellow, or blue. Number 2, green, orange, or purple. Number 3, turtle. Number 4, banana. Number 5, warm colors. Number 6, purple. Number 7, orange. And number 8, green. Okay, so now let's use our imagination, creativity, and knowledge to create beautiful art inspired by the color wheel. You're going to take the next 30 minutes to select and complete an activity of your choice. So in the next few slides, I'm going to give you guys 3 different options that you can choose from to work on activities related to the color wheel. Okay, your first option is a sun and moon painting. Okay, so you're going to apply your knowledge and sketch a sun and a moon. Then you're going to color or paint your work using the warm and cool colors in the corresponding spaces. Remember, the moon is going to be your cool colors, which are your greens, purples, and blues. Okay, the sun is going to be your warm colors, your yellows, your oranges, and your reds. Okay, so your materials will be paper, pencil, crayons, markers, color pencils, or paint, whatever medium you have at home. Okay, so your first step again is to draw your sun and moon. So you're going to draw a circle and then you're going to divide it in half. One side will be the moon and the other side will be the sun, and then you're going to color it in again using your warm colors and your cool colors. Okay, so that was option 1. The next slide, we're going to have another option for you. Okay, you can also make your own color wheel. Okay, so you're going to draw a circle and you're going to divide it into 6 equal parts. Then you're going to fill in the color wheel with the appropriate colors to help demonstrate your knowledge of the primary and secondary colors. Okay, so you have one here for reference. You can either print this one at home or you can create your own. You can draw it and divide it up. Okay, so remember, you're going to skip one in between. So you're going to start with your primaries. Okay, you're going to have your yellow, your red, and your blue. And then in between those primary colors, you're going to plug in the secondary colors that are made combining the two. So for example, if you have your yellow and your red here, when you combine those, you're going to get orange. If you have your red and your blue here, when you combine them, you're going to get your purple. And up here, if you have your yellow and blue, when you combine them, you're going to get your green. Okay, so the materials for this activity are paper, pencil, crayons, markers, color pencils, or paint. Again, whatever medium you have access to at home. Okay, and your last activity is going to be color mixing. Okay, you're going to use either paint or food coloring to mix your favorite colors. Be sure to mix 2 primary colors, which is your reds, your yellows, and your blues, to create secondary colors, which are your greens, your oranges, and your purples. Okay, so here they're going to give you an example. When you mix red and blue, you get purple. When you mix blue and yellow, you get green. And when you mix yellow and red, you get orange. So you can do this activity 2 different ways. Okay, I'm going to read to you the materials, and then I'm going to read you the 2 options of how you can go about recreating the color mixing. Okay, so your materials are going to be either red, yellow, and blue paint or food coloring, whichever one you choose or have on hand at home. Your materials for the food coloring are going to be cups with water. So you're going to fill up cups with water, and then you're going to use your food coloring to mix the different colors, and then you'll see it reflected in the water. Or if you don't have that, or you want to use paper and paint, you can do that as well. So you can use your red, yellow, and blue paint and then just do it directly on paper. Okay, so go ahead and take the next 30 minutes to do that. In the following slides, I also have extra videos and extra resources if you want to dig a little deeper into the color wheel. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Remember to have fun, get creative, and we'll see you next time. And as always, we wish you well. Bye, guys. To send me videos or pictures of you creating your work. Can't wait to see it.
Hello guys, welcome to a segment of Special Topics. I'm Coach Mo, and this week we'll be discussing Week 4. Week 4 is all about privacy and rights. Do you know your privacy? Do you know your rights? Stay tuned and you will. So first question for you guys. Do you even know your rights? Do any of you know what your rights are? So I'll give you a second to sit back and think. Now we're going to go to the think tank. Let me think. Do I know what my rights are? When you go to the restroom, no one should interfere with you nor bother you while you're using the restroom. That is your privacy and that is your time. Is your privacy respected at the WOW Center? Is your privacy respected at home? Is your privacy respected at work? Well, if it isn't, you definitely should say something to someone. You have your caretakers or parents you can speak to. You also have staff, such as myself and many others, that if you have any problems or concern, more than welcome to let someone know and speak to us. You have the right to your own religion. Whatever that may be, whatever you choose and decide, that's your right. We all have a right to vote. Vote as well as communication. We all have our right to go out and vote for the next president, vote for our mayors, and we all have the right to communicate. Whether it's communicate with one another via email, phone, just communication, we all have rights to communicate and voice our opinions. Education and training. Right now, you guys are being educated by Coach Mo about your rights. So you all have the right to education. Well, not all of you, but most of you have jobs. And a lot of you with jobs have to go through training. So all of you have the right to training as well. Number 5, you have the right for medical care. Everyone should be able to go to the dentist, go to the doctor, and just get checked out. Also the eye doctor, which is very important. We all have that right. Number 6, we have the right for community participation and social interaction. So you guys have the right to socialize amongst each other. Maybe not right now at this particular moment because of the whole corona thing. We're on a lockdown. But in the future, when we're off of lockdown, you all have the right to community participation and social interaction with one another. Number 7, personal possessions. You all have the right to have your own personal possessions. A lot of you come to school with your own book bags and things like that, and that's your own personal possession that we cannot violate or take from you. So we all need our personal possessions. Central records. We all have the rights to our central records. Central records is pretty much the documentation in regards to yourself. So everything that's documented is within your central records. Everything that is documented for you is in central records. Number 9, physical exercise and recreational activities. We all have the right for physical exercise and recreation activities unless we have a doctor's note or unable to perform certain tasks as far as sports and things of that nature. But we all can all walk. That's considered exercise. And as far as recreational activities, we all have the right for those as well. We also have the rights for number 10, free from abuse, neglect, chemical, and physical restraints. We all should be free. We all should be free of abuse. No one should abuse us. If someone do abuse you, you should make sure you say something to your companion, your group home, or one of your instructors, or your social workers. We should all be free from abuse, neglect, chemicals, and physical restraints. Number 11, minimum wage and not discriminate. So we all, for those of you who actually have a job, you should not be discriminated because of your abilities or disabilities for wage. Just because you may have a disability doesn't mean you should get any less from me that we're doing the same job. Also, we should be free from anybody to discriminate against us. no one should discriminate against you because you have a disability. What we say here, and you guys know that disabilities are abilities. Do you know that you can give permission to others to see your records? Do you know that you can speak privately to staff about any problems or concerns? Do you know where your records are located? For all of you that do not know, your records are kept in Rosie's old office. Dignity is being respected and honored, through other people. For example, I respect each and every one of you guys. I will never disrespect any one of you guys, and I will treat every one of you guys with respect. And that is a common thing you should do for others. And that's considered your dignity. Also, your privacy. We recently discussed your privacy. That's your private space or rights to have your own space. Humane care is to have sympathy and compassion for others. We all have compassion for one another. And if someone's going through a trying time, for instance, with the whole corona going on, if someone does have corona, we sympathize for them and we feel bad for them. That's our human nature. Number 12, we all have the right to humane discipline and services. Number 13, reporting grievances. We all have the right to report grievances. Number 14, reporting right violations. If anyone violate your rights, feel free to be vocal about it. Let someone know about it. Let your group home know about it. Let your caretaker, let your social worker know about it. Let your instructor know about it. Let someone know. Are your rights respected at WOW? Are your rights respected at home? Are your rights respected at work? Well, they should be. And if they're not, say something. Thank you for enjoying a segment of Special Topics. I really had an amazing time with you guys and look forward to seeing you again. Peace and love.